Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with day 18 for our Scraptember series with Laura Alberts. Today's prompt is multiphoto, and I have a bit of a 2-for-1 today. So I am also playing the telephone game today, and I am number 4 in our group. This is the layout that was sent to me by Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am going to be scrap lifting that layout for this video. So yeah, I've managed to fit in my multi-photo prompt for Scraptember and the telephone hop game. So I'm super happy about that because I didn't have to make 2 videos on the same day. So today, as I said, multi-photo for Scraptember. We are joined by the awesome Janet from Scrap in Time. Her channel will be linked down below. And I think Crafty Maggie might be making a video as well. So both of their channels will be linked down below, and definitely go and check them out and see what they have done with the multi-photo prompt, because exciting. It's a good prompt. I know a lot of people like to include more than one photo on a scrapbook page. I used to be very much a single photo scrapper, but since having my child, I take too many photos. My layouts are too many to fit in albums for the year. So I am definitely trying to fit more photos onto layouts now. And I'm actually finding I'm taking multiple photos of the same event. So, and sometimes I can't choose which is my favorite photo from that event to tell the story. So I put in multiples. So you'll often see me do multi-photo layouts now. That's not to say I don't use single photo layouts. I do, definitely still. But I do a lot of multi-photo layouts. So I'm just thinking back through what I've done in September so far, and it's probably a mix. It's probably a 50-50 of multi-photo and single photo. So I am using, as I said, Christy's layout for inspiration here for the telephone hop. She has a lot of mixed media going on in her background. I think she's got some paint. She looks to have used a few different techniques. I'll be very interested to see her process video because I don't believe she owns any stamps, but she looks like there's stamping in the background. So I'm curious and I want to see how this has worked. I am using the chevron-y triangle-y stencil. I think this is from Kaisercraft, and I used Vicky Bouton's iridescent glaze to just add a little bit of texture onto my page. As I said, I'm not using stamps or anything like that, but I'm just trying to emulate some of those kind of textured, kind of texturesque things that Christy has going on in the background. So yeah, I'm just doing my best. So I am using a sponge and some Nouveau embellishment mousse and just kind of dabbing this around everywhere. Now, I know it looks pretty bright on camera, but actually when it dries, it just gives a really cool kind of sheen to the page, and I really like it. So I'm happy with that. And now I do let this dry for a minute. I could have edited this part out, but I didn't. But I am kind of cleaning up around my workspace, giving the texture paste a chance to do a bit of drying before I come back in. And I don't know why I didn't edit this out. I obviously missed this in my video, but it gives me a chance to tell you a little bit more about the telephone hop. So I think this is the 4th round maybe that I've done with the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. So Christina runs the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, and it is a kit club, as the name suggests. But Christina actually curates kits for you, so every kit is different. And you let Christina know what you like, what your budget is, and she makes you a kit. It's a great idea. And it's fabulous, and it's a great community to be a part of. There's lots of challenges and fun monthly scrapping parties, and it's great. So if you're looking for a kit club, I do recommend the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. I will have that linked down below. But the telephone hop is like the game we used to play in Australia called Chinese Whispers. So I think it's the same game as, I assume, the telephone game, which maybe is what it was called in the US. But it works on the premise of one person starts off with a scrapbook layout, passes it to the next person in line. They use that layout as a scrap lift or for inspiration, and so on and so forth, and it passes through all of the members in the group. And so we start with the layout at the start, and it's so fun to see where we end up at the end. So there are 9 people in this telephone hop group, and I am number 4 in line. So tomorrow I pass to Crystal from Pineapple Papers. So I'm super excited to see what she does with my layout as inspiration. And then so on and so forth, we go down the line. So everybody in my group will be linked down below, but just remember, we release our videos each day. So if you're watching my video the day that it goes live, which is the 18th of September, Crystal's video won't be available until at some point on the 19th. So yeah, and so on and so forth. So all of the videos before mine, I will have direct links to their videos, but after that, I will just have links to their channels so that you'll be able to go and find their channel still, and then look out for their telephone hop video. So it is a lot of fun. I really recommend that you check them out, because it's just really cool to see how the layouts kind of evolve and what aspects people take in scrap lifts. So I should tell you what I'm doing. So Christy had a lot of stuff going on in her layout, awesome layers, lots of like ripped paper and textures and fun stuff. And it was just a really fun layout. But I mean, Christy makes fun layouts, so I'm not surprised. She had frames and tags and lots of bits and pieces. So I have used tags and frames as well. I've also used a glassine bag just for a bit of different kind of texture, and I'm just layering it all up under my photos. Now I don't have as many layers in my layout as Christy did, but I'm still really happy with how it all came together. She also has a paper strip up the top of her layout, and I thought that looked super cool, and so I've definitely incorporated that onto my page as well. Now she's done a little bit more with her strip of paper. I think she's potentially, has she sewn through it? No, she hasn't sewn through it, but she's tucked in another little ripped piece of paper, and she's added some banners and a few other bits and pieces. So I am definitely going to play around with that paper strip at the top of my layout. It won't be exactly the same as Christy's, but it's definitely, you can see that the theme is there. I know it's really hard to see the detail in Christy's layout in the top left of my screen, but you can at least get the sense of how her layout kind of looks and what I was using as my inspiration. So I've stuck down that top paper layer. I did edit out me sticking down the embellishments and all of the layering behind my photos, so that's all also done. I don't add many embellishments. Christy didn't have many embellishments either, but she just had all of the layers and everything kind of made up for the not embellishment heavy layout that she's created. And so she has got little letters to go with her children's names, both of her boys, and yeah, she's got a few other bits and pieces in there. But I just added a word strip which I had cut from the cut apart sheet onto each photo, and then I am going to add some banners like Christy has done onto her top strip of paper, but mine is going to be on the left hand side. Hers was on the right, mine's going to be on the left. And I'm just kind of playing around with which word strip I want to go up the top with it. And I decided, because my banners are green, I'm actually going to stick with a green word strip. The corally colour just looked it was a bit too much. And I'm going to pop up that word. Now the words say fabulous, love, looking good, this happened. And then I think I come in with my title. Yeah. So I'm just trying to play around with using up my thicker phrases. So I'm trying to use up my thicker phrases, as I said. So that's where I'm going to pull my title from. This gives you a little sneak peek as to when I made this layout, because if you've watched any of my September videos so far, you will have seen a few of those green, thicker phrases appear on layouts already. So I actually made this layout way back in August, because we have to make them in advance to obviously pass down the line of our telephone hop so that everyone gets a chance to work on their videos. And so, yeah, I have used quite a bit of those gold thicker phrases now, which is exciting. Oh, now, one of the things that you probably can't tell in the little photo of Christy's layout is she's got a strip running from the top of the page to the bottom of triangles. Now, they look like chipboard triangles in the photo, but I'm not 100% sure. And I decided to include that aspect on my layout because I think it was a feature of hers. And I used the Love Heart enamel shapes from the Whimsical collection. I had a few left. I wanted to use them up, and so it was the perfect kind of way to use them up. So I have created that line as well. And now I'm just adding my navy Heidi Swap colour shine and we're going to be finished. So there's a lot to take in today. Make sure you go and check out Janet from Scrapping Time, Crafty Maggie, and of course Laura Albert's videos for today's Scraptember prompt of Multiphoto. And then definitely, if you have time, hop along to see all of the Telephone Hop people as well, because there's just going to be a lot of inspiration happening over the month of September. So I understand it's overwhelming, but just take in as much as you can. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's video. All right, thanks guys. Bye.